do. I'm out. During these grand tour days, I very rarely get any sort of free time, really. I'm always either editing videos, uploading paintings to the internet, or doing the paintings, or answering emails. So in this spare moment that I got today, I decided to clean my palette, which got really grubby, and every time you kind of mix paint and the brush spills over onto the side onto one of these kind of grubby areas, it picks up paint colours that you don't necessarily want, so it can dilute and pollute your painting. So now I can put all the little paints back. Right, this is on to the first picture that I'm doing right now. I'm sketching out Team Katusha, well, one man who remains of Team Katusha. What happened was they got bored of Team Sky dominating the front of the GC peloton, and on the climb they decided to take it to them and attack them. But what happened was, and I found this funny at the time, but later I realised it was actually a really good effort, all the Team Katusha guys got worn out, and the Team Sky guys were fine. As you can see there, 2, 4, 6, plus Froome, 7 of Skyriders still there, remaining, and the Katusha guys have worn themselves out. Later I realised that it's kind of funny, but it's also, you have to do something. If you're getting dominated by a team like Sky, you have to try your luck. And they did that, so I doffed my cap to them. And sorry for laughing. Because I watch every minute of every race, I end up, unfortunately, watching quite a lot of adverts like this. These adverts, man. Ridiculous. My adverts are okay though, aren't they? Because they're not in your face all the time. They're like a fat guy with a loud voice singing at you. It's ridiculous. I have a problem with adverts. I think they're patronising. Go by betfred.com, because that's what men sound like, and that's how we think. Bet on football. No. He's going absolutely bonkers on the Pandera right now. Chavez, this guy Carapaz, soon to be popped in here, is Alberto Contador bobbing in the background, and Nibali have all attacked Team Sky and have made a little escape. They've got somewhere. I think what we've kind of learned from this Vuelta is that you've got to keep pushing. And when you do keep pushing, things start to crack. And that happened to Froome after Contador panicked Team Sky, I think, when he crashed a couple of times because he was a bit nervy. So I think the veterans, them being there, Contador and Nibali, are showing that, yeah, you've got to have the conviction and the confidence to go for it. And I think it's giving Chavez the belief in himself to give it a try. And that's what's going on here. They have gapped Chris Froome. It's seriously exciting because these are strong riders and they're giving it a chance. They're also working together in a kind of unspoken agreement, or perhaps spoken, I don't know about it, to, rattle Team Sky. They're too strong, we've got to do something, and that's what they're doing here. All the original paintings from La Vuelta 2017 are going to be on sale very soon. The way to get one is to go to captainsmithdesign.com and enter your email into the email peloton, and that way I'll let you guys know first when they go on sale, which is likely to be this Saturday coming up, the last weekend of the Vuelta. As is normal in La Vuelta, there's a breakaway which gets a load of time on the GC men. And it's quite a strong breakaway, including, of note, Rafael Majka and Thomas de Gendt. I'm going to quickly show you something. I hold the pen probably around there. If you hold it here, you can't, it becomes more tight, and there's two shapes. To be honest, there's one shape. You can just do like lines like that.
This is the action. If you hold it here, it forces you to use your elbow and your whole arm. And even when you go here, this is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm going to show you. When you go up here, that's when you have complete mobility. You can do anything because you're loose. You got a loose grip. But it also means you sacrifice control. So there's a happy medium for most of the work I do around here. I never go down here. That's the most usual pen grip I use. And I'm just going to show you that now I'm going to use it up here.
Here I'm going to show you in real time exactly what I'm doing and how I draw. So I've changed the grip of the pen so it's further up, which means I relinquish control. Or so you might think. Here is the really counterintuitive idea behind it. So I'll tell you a quick story. In Brazil, they have the most incredible record for international football. They're known as being the best football nation, and there's a quite accepted theory that the reason for this is that the kids in Brazil who grow up in poor areas, of which there are a huge amount, they end up playing football with little bits of, there's a specific thing, it's like rolled up rubbish basically, and it's a tiny hard ball, and they end up playing with loads of kids with no rules in really pokey streets with no space. And so what happens is, and there's been many accounts of footballers saying this, is that when they go to a big pitch, they think, oh my god, this ball is enormous, and the pitch is huge, there's loads of space, so it becomes seriously easy. And the parallel I'm drawing here is that when you relinquish control, you put yourself under a condition which is uncomfortable, like holding the pen away from where I'm showing you there. You hold it up here. Once you force yourself to do that difficult thing, when you come back down to draw in what is like accepted as a normal way, you will find it is so easy. So that's a little lesson that I found really helpful. I hope it helps you in some way, maybe not with drawing, but in life, I think. And another parallel is that I think, when I'm relinquishing control, it's like holding the handlebars of a bike on a downhill. There's like a happy medium. So if you're holding them too tight, you grip the handlebars and you're going to go flying off the edge of the cliff because you'll mess it up. Equally, if you don't grip them at all, you let go, similar outcome, maybe even faster. But there's kind of a happy medium where you're holding it at the right intensity. And that's what I'm literally doing with the pen. But also, as an analogy in life, I think this is a really important lesson, which I found helpful, which is that if you hold things too tight, they don't necessarily work out the way you'd like them to, which is counterintuitive, because if you let go of wanting something and having an agenda and like trying to make something happen, counterintuitively, it usually happens, which is really irritating. But also, once you work it out, you realize you can relax about life, because if you force things, a lot of the time it doesn't work. So just let it happen. And yeah, maybe that helps someone. Who knows? Becoming a philosopher here. Yeah. So you can see with the delivery of the lines, I think it's really loose. I really like it. It creates new patterns and new shapes, new lines, which is always interesting. And it also lets go of this idea of everything being perfect. So when you're focusing too closely on each individual line, by being accurate and trying to be accurate and being allowed to be accurate, then you can sometimes not zoom out in the way that you need to if you're trying to draw well-proportioned things. So by not giving too much focus to the line, each individual line, you can keep an eye on, you can keep your peripheral vision on the bigger picture of the painting, so proportionally it will work out better. We return now to Race Commentary by Sam Smith. So with 10 kilometres to go, after the breakaway has thinned itself out after some treacherous climbs before the final 8-kilometre climb at Sierra de la Pandera, which by the way, Sierra in Spanish means soar, as in it also means mountain range. So that is why, because if you think about what a mountain range looks like from the side, it looks like a saw. Anyway, so Micah, with 10k to go, he decides enough is enough, I'm off. So he goes up the climb. The commentators on Eurosport are convinced he's going to get caught, but Micah, even with a pack of the GC best on his tail, fighting it out, he manages to stay ahead. And this is a fantastic story. Rafael Micah was on the point of going home due to an illness, which meant he couldn't cycle at his best, but he stayed in. And I think that's the theme emerging from this tour, which this painting embodies for me, is the spirit of keeping on going. A bit cheesy, I know, but it seems to be the case in this tour, particularly that if you do keep going, good things happen. You can't predict them, but they do happen. So well done, Rafael and Micah. Awesome. The fight for red still continues after stage 14 of the Vuelta 2017. Chris Froome still in red. Nibali getting from 59 to 55 seconds. Chavez drops. He goes from 2:13 to 2:39. Aru also losing time. He goes from 2:37 to 3:09. Consor lost 6 seconds, but he goes from 9th to 8th. I feel like every single day Consor has got up a position. Let's hope he finally makes it onto the special ramp that I've got here.
Day 14 of the 30-30 challenge. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. I'm such a cool guy, I'm going out for a ride. We're away. I'm in Kentish Town, heading north to Highgate Hill. So we're at the start of the climb. Okay, the gradient kicks up about halfway through, and I still haven't changed gears because I'm an idiot. And it gets like this. You ever seen that film, The Triplets of Belleville? Also called Belleville Rendezvous. They do this.
So I did 2 laps of Highgate Hill. Very happy with that, as I haven't been on the hill for 2 months maybe, because of this breathing problem I've had. So it's awesome to be back on the bike, going up hills, not feeling bad afterwards. It's so good to be back. The fruit's working.